So Bojo Jayak, Gishik Kwe and Deshnikas, Mina Shelly, Chamokman Noswin, Jigwe Owen Dodam, Shishibaniak and Dabindagwes, Bolex Indochbia, Bethel Acres, and Diane. So I just said that I am called Sky Woman. My English name is Shelly. I am of the Thunder Clan. I am enrolled citizen Potawatomi, and I am from Bow Legs, but now I live in Bethel. So hopefully, if nothing else, by the end of this class, you will be able to introduce yourself. If you have a Nishnawbe Noswin, Indian name, a spirit name, that you would be able to use that, or your Chumokmon Noswin, your English name, but also have those little bitty small conversations, meeting people and greeting people in different ways that you can do that. So we are actually going to start out with introductions today, and we're going to go through some of the common greetings that we have. What I would like to do first is I'm going to start with the online people. If you would be able to unmute yourself, take turns, unmute yourself, and I would like you to introduce yourself to the rest of the class. Now, we do have some people here in person as well, and I will do my very best to both pay attention to the people here and to the ones online. So bear with me, but let's get started with the online people. If you could start just introducing yourselves, and I would like to know your knowledge level of Potawatomi right now. I like to try to cater my discussions, the content of my courses as much as I can and meet people where they are. Now, that may not always be possible. So if you would just share a little bit about what you know with the language, that would be a big help.
Hi, I'm Danielle.
Hi, Danielle.
Danielle Vasquez. I'm 40 and I got 4 kids, age 15, 14, 13, and 11. 3 of them are my stepkids, so I can't take credit for all of them. But I am enrolled with Prairie Band Potawatomi tribe out of Mayetta, Kansas.
Uh-huh.
And I live in Gretna, Nebraska. It's right by Omaha. And my history with the language is very beginners. This is my very first time trying to learn.
Okay.
I do speak Spanish. I didn't grow up speaking it. I had to learn that. So I'm excited to learn my 3rd language.
Oh, nice, nice. Well, we are glad to have you. I will say we have 2 other Prairie Band tribal members here in person with us tonight. So you're not alone.
Oh, great.
Okay, next.
Boja, Judah and Dejnikas, Tulsa Ejedion, Oklahoma and Dojbia, Shishibani Indabindagwes. And that's, hello, I'm Judah. My name is Judah. I'm from Tulsa, or I'm from Oklahoma. I live in Tulsa. I'm citizen band Potawatomi. And that's basically all I know of the language. I learned what I learned in the Mataman group.
Oh, nice. Well, welcome, Judah. We're glad to have you.
Thank you. Gwetch.
Next.
Way Jose Jayek in Deshnikas, Hamani Dochbia, Jigwe Dodom. My name is Eric. I'm from Hamani. I'm Thunder Clan, and I am what was I gonna say?
What's your name?
Oh, my name is He Walks with Thunder, and I'm Citizen Man Potawatomi.
Prior to that, I studied the language for 18 years. but I was raised in a family, I was going to college, I was working full-time, so there wasn't a lot of time for me to devote to the language, so I always kind of stayed in the basic beginner portion. And I'm very involved with our traditional practices. And one day I had this aha moment that, you know, as a person spiritually, I'm truly, really happy to be where I am. The thing that is missing is that I can't speak the language. And I think our language is important, and it's only going to enhance what we do. And Justin here, our director, my teacher, I've heard him say many times that, you know, we need to teach everyone that we can what little bit of language we learn, even if it's just how to introduce ourselves. We need to use what we know every day because we keep breathing life into this language. It's a living thing. So I will do my very best for you. I am by no means all-knowing. I'm still learning myself, but I think, came a long way in 15 months. I'm so excited about it. So what I would like to do is, when you come to class, you know, we're used to greeting people, hey, how you doing? Use your language. So I want us to go over this basic greeting. Do we all at least know bonjour? That's hello. Everybody knows bonjour, right?
Bonjour.
Nijane. Oh,
Uh,
bonjour. Sorry, I missed that.
No, that's okay. I was like, wait a second. I'm not. No, that's good. That's good. Nijana. Nijana.
Anwe Shashana. Ginja.
Anwe Shoshana. Anwe Shoshana.
Miigwech.
Gino Gishgat.
Gingashe.
Vegas, good job, good job. Do we have two
Can I
more?
ask a question?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you say the other way of saying I'm fine too?
Isha Onway.
Ija on, but it's spelled, is that an LWSH? Is that how you spell it?
Yeah, the I is
Oh, I.
is like a double E.
Okay, perfect.
Okay?
Ija. Okay,
Isha
thank you.
Onway. Good question. Two more volunteers online?
Yeah, I'll volunteer.
Yeah.
I'll do actor one.
Then you want to be actor two?
I can try.
I can try.
You can do it. I have faith in you.
Okay.
Bojo,
Bojo.
Bojo.
Nichna,
Nichna.
Away.
Shin.
Off. Isha. Away. Gani.
Gani.
Okay, Sandy, so one way we say it is Onway Sheshana. So that's I'm fine or good, or you could say it like the Northerners do, they say Isha Onway. It means the same thing, so you could say one or the other. If you're or if you're really feeling great, you can say both. It's up to you.
Away Shishina. Okay.
Onway, Shishina, Ija Onway,
Migachi.
Miigwech,
Miigwech.
Iye,
and
G Minogishke,
Bimanogishke,
Gen Gishi.
Geisha, Geisha, you also. Godot, Wiga, Sandy, and Eric Miigwech. Do we have other volunteers online that want to try it out?
Sure, I'll try. I'll try.
Okay, Miigwech.
Okay, I'll be actor one. Okay. And I'll be two.
Okay. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Nijuna.
Onwe Shoshinha.
Onwe Shushinha.
Okay. Mig. I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Miguache. Miigwech is it's basically two syllables then. Miigwech.
Aha. Gino Gishket.
Jigeshi.
Jean Geisha. You also. Miigwech. Kidowiges. Is there anyone else online that needs to practice? Is there anyone else here in person that wants to practice? These things. Okay. All right. We've got some volunteers. So, bonjour. Mika. Always with your mom. Okay, miigwech, everyone. If you will turn the page, there are some alternative words that you could use when the question is asked. So the variations for how you're feeling. And if you guys will repeat after me, and you two online, try to do it. I mean, don't unmute your mics, but practice saying it. Okay, so the first one is Neta Yakwis. Neta Yakwis. That means I'm tired. Neta Yakwis. The next one is Indak Noge. Indak Noge. That's I'm sick. Hopefully you don't respond with that one. Nachi Winmo. Nachi Winmo. That one's I'm happy. Nikio Wades. Nikio Wades. I'm sad or out of sorts. Negio Wades. Negio Wades. I'm crazy. Negio Wades. I'm crazy. Nedabamades. Nedabamades. That's I'm alive. And last is Nishkades. Nishkades. I'm angry or I'm mad. Hopefully you don't say that one. Okay, guys, I want to call your attention to on the, let's see, the Nachi Winmo, Nagio Wades, Nikio Wades. When you see that I and that W, it sounds like eel. Okay, Nikio Wades. Yeah, the I and the W sounds like eel. Anytime you see that, just about sounds like eel. Okay, Nikio Wades is I'm sad or out of sorts, and Nikio Wades is I'm crazy. Okay? Okay, turn the page. So here are some variations, again, for the basic greetings. You can say your name after Bojo. Okay, whether it's your Anishinaabe Noswin or your Chimokaman Noswin. You can also add, your relative terms, and I have several listed here below, or you can just use the word Nikon, which is my friend, or my brother. So, a little hint, this in front of these words down here, the N is our prefix, Potawatomi prefix for I or me. So when you see that N, you're saying that's mine, me or mine, okay? So if you want to say, hello, my friend, you'd say, Bojo, Mikon. Bojo, Mikon. Yeah, hello, my friend. And Bojo knows. Bojo knows. Knows is father. Or oath is father, I'm sorry. Oath is father. When you put that N in front of it, that makes it your father. Or I'm saying your father, but my father. Does that make sense? Okay. Nagie. Bojo Nagie. My mother. Okay. Nokmas. Nokmas. Bojo Nokmas. My grandmother. Okay. Bojo Namashomas. Bojo Namashomas. That's my grandfather. Bojo Naguez. Bojo Naguez. That's my son. Bojo Indonis. Bojo Indonis. My daughter. Bojo Negnes. Bojo Negnes. Okay, that's my nephew. Now, it gets a little complicated. Our language is very specific. I have Negnes, you see those two little red stars out there. I have that there because that's what I will use because it's less complicated. But you could say Bojo Negwines, which means my nephew. Okay, let me see if I get this right. This is a woman's brother's son or a man's sister's son. Okay? So if you want to be super specific, you would say Negwines. But for me, I just use Negnes. Easier. Yes, sir.
In pronunciation, is there any kind of rules which syllable gets an emphasis?
Right here.
Not just on any of them.
Not really.
Just
Not
on
really.
one straight. It's really more of a straight.
Yeah.
The language doesn't have a lot of up down times.
Yeah.
More just more of a straight line. I mean,
In
my
English, we
size
tend to do that,
thing,
but. So for our people, online, the question was asked, where does the emphasis need to be on which syllable as we're pronouncing these? And there's not really a rule for that. In English, we tend to like go high or low on certain syllables, which I am really trying hard to break myself from. But, in Potawatomi, when we're using our language, we don't do that. Miigwech. Let's see, Nesese, Bojo Nesese. That's my older sibling. Bojo Nesese. And then we have Bojo Nashime. Bojo Nashime, that's my younger sibling. Bojo Indoshme. Bojo Indoshme, that's my niece. And I have the asterisk there, because that's the one that I would use because it's easier. So you have Bojo Neshemes, which is niece of a male, or Bojo Notmes, which is your niece of a female. But I feel like if I just say Nojme, that's my niece. Okay, Bojo Noche. That's my aunt on my mom's side, Bojo Noche. Bojo Noche. And then Boje Nezegues. Bojo Nezegues. That's my aunt on my dad's side. And then we have Bojo Nejegwa, oh, wait. Bojo Nejeshe, sorry. Bojo Nejeshe. That's my uncle on my mom's side. And then we have Bojo Nemashome. It's my uncle on my dad's side. Okay, next we have Bojo Natawes. That's my cousin. Bojo Natawes, my cousin. Bojo Nosame. Bojo Nosame. That's my grandchild. Bojo Nedawin Magnek. Bojo Nedawin Magnek. That's my relatives. You're saying Bojo, my relatives. Bojo Nedakwayon. Bojo Nedakwayon. That's my wife. And this last one is Bojo Naban. Bojo Naban. And this one is my husband or my man, my snag, my stallion. I believe it translates to my stallion, so we only got one or two guys in here. Don't let your heads explode, but yes, that's how Naban translates to. Okay. How are you guys doing online? Did you get that? Do you understand the pronunciation? Do you all have your papers? Okay. So I am going to next show you a PowerPoint. We're going to talk about prefixes and pronouns.
I know you're looking for share.
Yes, I am. Oh. Okay, beginner Potawatomi. Get out of the way here. Prefixes and pronouns. Okay, so the N in our language is, what did I say it was for? Me or mine, or I, me, mine. I'm gonna get on this side.
Oh, later if you want to, that thing works.
Oh, it does here. Okay, the G is our prefix for you. N is I, me, or my. The G is you or yours. Okay? And next we have the W. The W is our prefix for he or she or him or her. So the N is your first person, the G is your second person, and the W is your third person. Those are your prefixes. In our language, prefixes and pronouns are attached to the verb. This tells us who is doing the action and shows possession. Okay, also, these are called our Potawatomi pronouns. Nin, like in, is I or me. Nin, N-I-N, is I or me. That's our first person, that's the speaker. So sometimes when we're teaching, we talk about speakers, or actually we use actors a lot. So first person, if you're the one speaking, you're Neen.
Yeah,
It was turning.
not on the online.
Oh, it wasn't?
So I'm gonna go back for just a split second.
Oh,
like,
sorry.
I'll just do it manually, but that's what we're gonna do.
Wonder why.
I don't know why.
Okay.
So let me start over.
Okay, online people, we're trying to get you caught up here. Sorry, we didn't realize I can stand here and change it too. Online people, are you seeing the PowerPoint okay?
It's not moving to each page, Shelly.
Okay. Okay, so we will start over. This is the first page, and I will stand here and move it.
No, I don't like this.
Okay, give us 1 second. I'll use the clicker and you tell me if it's working.
Okay, it seems to be moving now. I don't know what was.
Okay, online people, did it move that time? Sandy?
Better. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, it moved.
Miigwech.
I have. So I'm gonna start back at the beginning. So the first slide was Neen is our Potawatomi pronoun for I or me, just like in is our prefix for I, me, or my. That is representative of our first person speaker. So an example, we like to use right here, guys, this maji. That is a VAI verb, and that's our verb. It's to leave. So when you put that in front of maji, you're saying I leave. Okay, just that in maji, I leave. Okay. Next we have Geen. Geen is second person. It's for you or yourself. That's our pronoun for you or yourself. An example of if I want to say you leave, I'm just going to switch the N out and I'm going to put the G in front of the maji. It's still the same verb, maji, to leave, but now I'm not the one leaving, you leave. Does that make sense? Okay. Next we have we, which is third person, is he or she. So for this one, guys, we either use no marking in front of the verb or we use a W to indicate third person. It's totally your call. So here's a few examples, and they all pretty much mean the same thing, even though they look a little different. So if you see Wamaji, oh John, that's telling us John leaves. Okay, here's what I was talking about. Here's your W or we. But also we have right here, the second example is Maji. Oh, John, it's still John leaves. Remember I said up here, we could either use the W or no marking. So on the second example, we don't have a W. This, our verbs are in third person. So anytime you see one of our verbs, they're already in third person. So you absolutely do not have to add anything to the front of it. Or you can add a W. It's just really a matter of preference. And then the next example is we have just the Wamaji. It's he or she leaves. This time we're not naming anyone in specific. He or she leaves, or just Maji. Still the same thing. He or she leaves. Make sense? Any questions?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
On the G or the N, does it sound the same like when you're saying it, or do you pronounce the G N sound?
Okay, so the Namaji.
Namaji. Okay.
Namaji, Namaji.
Okay.
And Gamaji.
Okay, Gamaji. Okay, thank you.
Namaji, Gamaji, Wamaji, or just Maji.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, next we're moving into our plurals. Neon is our pronoun for we, but not the person being spoken to. So I always try to remember this one, the N in the front, I didn't do that. The N in the front up here, that tells me we're excluding someone from this conversation. So Neon is our first person plural. And so the neon or the N plus the men is used for we, but does not include the person being spoken to. So an example is the Namaji men. We are leaving, but not you. And when I set up here N plus men, there's your N and there's your MEN. N plus men, and there's your N, Maji, men. So for the first person, plural, you'll notice that we do something to the front and the back. Whereas first, second, and third singular, you only added that personal prefix to the front, okay? Oh, I wanted to show you this. So I'm a visual person. So right here, this is us, but not you are leaving. Does that make sense? All these people in this circle right here, and I have little N's on them. This is I, me, or whatever, and the G is you. We're leaving, but not you. Okay, next is Ginon. This is, we're including everyone. So if you look at this picture, now this person that was outside of the line a minute ago, he or she is inside. So Ginon is second person plural. We all are doing something. So Ginon or G-men is used to indicate we all. This is used to include everyone. So our example with the Maji verb is Gamaji men or G-men. Like I said up there, we are all leaving. So the only thing different from the last example, the Neon, is the G right here. The rest of it is the same, okay? Next, we have Ginwa, which is you all. Ginwa is our third person plural. Ginwa or G plus M. This time it's not N or G plus M-E-N, it's just G plus M, okay? It's used to indicate you all. The example is with the verb maji again, the majim, you all leave, the majim. So here's our visual. So here's me, and that's you all. So basically, I'm excluding myself because I'm staying here and y'all are leaving. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, and last is wingwa, or them, they, them, or theirs. Wingwa or K is used to indicate they. So here is our example here. Keep pushing the wrong button. Maji, this is our verb to leave. And just like the third person singular, there's nothing, we have nothing on the front of this. We just have a K at the end, and that K represents they or theirs. So when you use the verb maji, you're saying they're leaving when you see that K at the end of maji. Does that make sense? I'll show you guys a chart here in a minute. How are you online people doing? Does this make sense?
Doing good.
Doing good, all right. Okay, here is what we call the Maji pattern. We have independent and conjunct. This is the independent that we'll be spending time with tonight. This is the full pattern. I also have on the note here that it's the independent for the VAI and the VTI verbs work just like this also on the independent side. So we have, if you will just notice, I want you to look at this chart and just notice what has changed. And I have it in red, because to me, that helps me see what the differences are. So you'll see all the way down, we have maji, which is our verb to leave, okay? Up at the top, we put an in front of maji. We're saying, I leave, okay? When you change it to a G, you leave. When you put a W up there, or when there's nothing in front of the maji, that's he or she leaves. Then you have an in again. But here, remember, this is plural, so we do something to the beginning and the end. The maji men, we all, but not you, are leaving. Remember, I try to remember with this in, we're excluding someone. The first in the plural, we're excluding someone.
If I jump in?
No, I do not.
So a lot of times in English, this we but not you, we do this by like gesture. Like if I was to say to you like, hey, we're going to Walmart, you might be like uncertain. But in Potawatomi, like Shelly was saying, it's very specific. So when I'm talking to you to Maji men, you already know you're not leaving with us. In English, there might be a misunderstanding, like, hey, we're going to Walmart. Oh, we are? No. We're going to Walmart. You ain't. So anyway, you did awesome.
Big wet, Justin. Okay, next we have the Maji men, which is we all are leaving. Gamajim, you all leave. And so remember right here, it's the N plus men, the G plus men, and then the third person plural, Gamajim, just the M, you all leave. And then last, we have the Maji with the K, which represents they or them leave. Okay, you online people, did you hear Justin okay, the explanation that he gave a minute ago about the Namaji men?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm glad he mentioned that. It sounds a little rude in Potawatomi, but really you're talking to people, so that's not really something you would say if you're talking to them. They know they're not going. Does that make sense? We're not really that rude.
I think it's actually more polite. That way you already know whether you're going or not.
Oh, right. That way you don't get your hopes up,
That's
right?
False expectations.
Right, okay. All right, that's the end of that.
What's the difference between Wajik and Wajiman?
Okay, let's go back. So down here at the bottom, the Maji.
What Maji and Majik?
Okay, so just Maji by itself, M-A-J-I, that is our verb to leave by itself without nothing in the front or the back. That's third person singular. But you could put a W in front of it and it's gonna still be third person singular. Now the Majik down at the bottom, we definitely will not have anything on the front, but we do have a K on the back. That K represents they or them. Does that answer your question?
Probably. I couldn't hear you.
You couldn't hear me now? Is it because of the microphone? Do I need to turn the microphone off? Can you?
I think
It's our
so.
internet, maybe.
Okay, so let me try this again. So if your question is, what is the Maji? Maji is our verb for, to leave. Maji by itself, the M-A-J-I is the verb, but you could add a W to the front and that still makes it he or she leaves. It's just really a matter of preference if you put that prefix in the front or not. But you don't have to have anything and it still means the same thing. Now down at the bottom, the Majik, we don't have anything on the front. It's not an option really. But we do have a K at the back and that represents they or them. So if you look at the top, guys, we have I leave, you leave, he or she leaves. We all but not you leave. We all leave, you all leave, they or them leave. That is what we call our Maji pattern. And our VAI verbs, they will be handled in the same format. This is the independent part of it. We'll get to the conjunct part of it after a bit, but we'll spend quite a bit of time with this Maji pattern and we'll practice using other verbs as well. Did you hear me okay that time? Does that make a little bit more sense?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, give me a second. I am going to move this out of the way. Yes, please. How you guys doing here? Are y'all understanding okay? Yeah, okay. Just if you have a question, just raise your hand. And I'll be glad to help. Okay.
Say not cheek. That last one.
Maji.
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 Maji. Okay, so this, no, no, we've already done that. Yeah, let's start right there at the bottom, right there. Okay, I'll have to get to this side. Or did I pick up the wrong one? Hello? I didn't pick up the wrong one. No, that one's dead. I don't know if that's a good battery or not. Online people, if you will give me a second, my mic has died. We've got to change some batteries out. I think everybody here in person, you know where the restrooms are, right? If you need to go to the restroom. Okay, if you that are online, you see what's on the screen here, you should have that. If you were able to get to it, I emailed it today.
Those things chew up batteries.
Okay, I think we're back to business. Okay, what I have on the screen now is just another representation of the personal prefixes and pronouns. I'm a chart person, and when I'm trying to teach myself, I use everything possible. So just to restate, the personal prefixes and the pronouns are I and you, he, she, or they and them, just like in English. And when you add that personal prefix to the front of the verb, you are saying who is doing the action. Just that one little letter changes who's doing the action. So if you will look here at, I have our prefixes, which are N, G, and W. And remember all 7 of them. It would be N, G, W, N, G, G, and then nothing. Okay, so I need you guys to memorize that pattern, N, G, W, N, G, G, and then nothing, because you will use it a lot with our language, okay? So the first N is the me, or the I, me, first person. The G is the gene, which is the you or you all, second person. And then nothing in front of the verb or the W is wean, and that's the he and she. And I'm telling you this because sometimes we talk in some of our common phrases, we'll use mean, or we, or you might use those to respond to people. So I wanted you to know what they mean. And like I said earlier, the third person singular, that's always our base form of the verb. Are you serious? This is the closest thing I think.
I don't think we got this page.
Okay. Do you guys, you don't have it either?
Yeah, like it.
Online people don't have it?
No, I didn't get that page.
Yeah. This one isn't showing up.
Yeah,
Ours
I
just
did
went
get
from we got the variations for the basic greetings, down to my husband, man's nag stallion, and then you introduced yourself, and that's where it cuts off for us.
So, this was part of the other stuff that I gave you, and I separated it today, so my apologies. If you guys will just kind of read along with this, I promise I will send these to you, tomorrow. Okay? And I apologize for that.
Very quick,
Okay,
Shelly.
so, where was I? So an example, so the maji verb that we're gonna be using quite a bit, it's a VAI. It's a basic, you do something that doesn't affect anybody else, okay? I sit, I read, I sleep, whatever the case may be, but you're not bothering anybody, okay? That's a VAI verb. Let's see. Some common endings, and this is not all, but would be GE, IE, ZE, A, O, or I. I did want to call your attention again to what the singular prefixes and pronouns are, so that you know what those are. Let me move my screen down just a little bit here. Okay. So right here, see where this arrow is? I'm trying to call attention to, I don't know if online people can see this. Well, yeah. So the Wamaji, he or she leaves, or I have an arrow down here to where it says Maji equals he or she leaves. So that's basically the same thing. I'm just showing you either put the W or you don't, okay? And then down here on the Majik, that has nothing in the front. That's why I have this little arrow there. I just want you to remember, there's nothing in the front on the they form for these VAI verbs. And this is just more, really examples of the same. So what I want to do now is I want to get the people here up and working on the board. I do have a camera set up for you online people. Hopefully you can see it. Okay, who are my first two victims here in person? Don't make me call you out. Okay, come on up. Miigwech. Okay, here's one pin and I snagged another one. I don't know where it is.
Right here.
Okay, can you online people see the board? Not yet? Okay, Justin's working on it. So what we're gonna do, for you online people, well, you won't be able to see it with, okay. So I'm gonna have the people that are here in person come up to the smart board and they are gonna do the Maji pattern, but I'm gonna give them a different verb to do it with. If you will give us just 1 second. Okay, you online people, can you hear me? If any of you
Yes.
bought the little bitty whiteboards that I had suggested, or if you have a notebook that you could use, you can also practice at home. When you get it done, you can, let us know that you're ready and you can hold it up in front of the screen and show us.
I'm ready.
So what I want you to do is I want you to write down those prefixes that we've been studying, the N, the G, the W, the N, the G. Yes, just like that, mi wedge. Okay, so I want you to write those prefixes down, and then I'm gonna give you a word. So let's see. Judah, I want you to use the word cadeau, okay? You're, no fun, you're cheating. Okay, I'm gonna give you a different word. How about you do, Magadi? Magadi. Magadi. I want you to use that Maji form and, put Magadi in there.
Migadi.
Yes, correct, Migadi. Okay, who else wants to play along? Does anybody else have a whiteboard or a notebook? Eric, Sandy? Eric, Sandy?
Eric will.
Eric,
Volunteer me.
Eric, I want you to use the verb giwe. Giwe. That's the verb to go home.
G.
Lauren, are you okay to play?
So, but Naveen,
Madeline,
Naveen.
you guys can just use a paper if you like, or Dustin.
We can't hear it good, Shelly.
Can't hear me?
It's. Yes. No, we can't.
I can hear it. Yeah, go ahead.
Do I need to turn the microphone off?
Can you hear this?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's what's happened. It's when we switched over to this video, it's now running the audio through there.
Okay. So Marilyn's cheating. It's okay. I want you.
I told her.
Okay, you come on this side, honey. I want you to use the verb,
Got it.
zhye. Zhye. Okay, and that's the verb to go.
To go,
So you're gonna do this Maji pattern using those prefixes. Can you guys at home see them on the board?
Not really.
I don't know how to not stand in front of it.
Sorry. Let me move it to the side. What about now?
A little bit, but it looks mostly white.
Can't go too far.
Yeah, the reflections.
Right there?
That's better. No.
Can I?
Oh.
you want me to move this up?
There?
Better. That's better. But we can't sit because.
Okay, how about now, guys at home? Can you see that? What they're doing?
Yeah.
Yes.
See some of it, yeah.
Not till they move, you won't be able to see the whole thing.
Okay, just be patient with this. They're gonna keep it this month.
I've got mine done. The Namagandi. Gotti.
Hey, Nick.
Nimagati.
Hey, Nick.
Next I did.
Nick, no, chill. Shelly.
Good job, Judah. You did a good job. Yay.
What did this verb mean?
Magadi, that's the verb to fight.
To fight.
Eh.
Hey,
No, eh. I was talking to her though. What would you say? I wouldn't look at what you're doing. So far, you look okay.
3, 6 or 7 of them.
7 total, yeah.
See?
I can
okay,
only see the
this is
front half.
N.
Yeah, I can only see the front half.
So you
I
got
got
your
mine backwards.
NGG, NGW, NGG, and then nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else online doing one? You ready to show it yet?
I was wondering if I could have another verb. I did try
Eric is.
Gotti, but I was wondering if there's another one I could do as well.
Anyway,
How about, Binchike?
there you go.
How do you spell that?
BINCHEGE.
B-H-E. B-I-N-B-H-E-G-E.
BINCH.
C-H.
Yeah.
Let's try
Okay.
to pull this back.
BHEGE.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
Make this thing stop doing this.
Okay, Marilyn.
I just screwed up. Again?
No, Nabinchike, Gabinchike, Binchike, Nabinchike men, Gabinchike men, Gabinchigam, Binchike. Correct. Okay. So remember I said over here, we do something just to the front on those right there. That's the first person.
Okay.
And then, or plural, I'm singular, I'm sorry. And then these, you're gonna do, so, Najia, Gashia, Washia, Najia men, Gashia men, Gashiyam, and Jiek. Correct. Good weekend. Good job, good job. Okay, next two victims. You okay? Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm going to talk about the
Okay, this is the B-way. And that's the verb to go home. And then. the child. To go. How about the go? That's to talk.
I think online people could try using some of the verbs that are given in our second sheet, like sick and stuff like that.
Sure. You want to try one? We still have, Visconye that's available. Boldway, if anybody else wants to try and do one online. Just let me know.
I would like to try.
Okay, why don't you take, Visconye?
Biscogne.
Biskonye.
Biscogne.
That's our verb to get dressed. Anybody else want a verb?
Sure, I'll do one.
Okay, how about you take Bodway? That is our verb to build a fire. Bodwe.
Shelly, what does that mean again? Bodway?
Bodway is to build a fire.
Ah, because that's us, right? Like the people of the fire? Is
Right,
that-
yeah,
Build a fire.
good connection, Justin says.
That's good.
Can you guys see the ones, here? Can you see them okay?
This is men now, huh? Yeah, men, okay. And this is G. Wait, what is it? What's the I? I mean, I thought there was an I. The I is M. M means I. Yeah, okay, I guess I, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. NGWNGG, correct? Yep. Nikki Way.
7 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Men. Men, I see.
Oh, just the M.
And then it's. What's that?
It can be a W or a blank.
You know, so I just, I think it's easier to remember without, you don't need it.
Okay.
You don't need it, right?
Okay.
You don't need it. So
Okay, miigwech, kedawigas. Okay, can you online people see what they did? Can you see the board? Okay,
We
so
can now.
this is the I. This is the you. This is the he or she. This is the we but not you. And the we all, no, probably not even. And the you all. And the they. Okay, so this is their verbs. Giwe, the verb to go home. Kikdo, talk. I go home, you go home. He or she goes home. We but not you go home. We all go home. You all go home. They go home. And remember, this is the they right here. This K, that's the they. Over here, talk. I talk. You talk. He or she talks. We but not you talk. We all talk. You all talk. And they talk. So remember, you're looking at the prefixes and the endings with your plurals. With your plurals, you do something to the front and the back for the first, second, and third person, but the last one is just the K at the end. And then the singular ones, you only have something on the front, and that's your prefix, the N, the G, and the W or no W. She chose not to do anything here. She said it was easier. So really, it's just whatever your preference is. Over here, the first people that did it, I don't know if you guys seen that. So binjike is our verb to clean. I clean, you clean, he or she cleans, we but not you clean, we all clean, you all clean, and they clean. And then jia, this is the verb to do something. I do something, you do something, he or she does something, we but not you do something. We all do something, you all do something, and they do something. Again, the K is your indicator for the they. What'd I do?
Did you move just now?
I didn't do anything.
Good job, Judah.
When you're up there, if you're moving around while you're up there, it'll blur out.
Oh, really?
You focus on it.
Can you guys see that okay?
Like now we can see it, but when you were talking before, might
Okay,
be better using the pointer maybe.
okay, all right.
Get too close, the camera picks you up a bit.
Do you guys have any questions? Online, what you're seeing on the board? Is anybody ready online to present what you did with your verbs? Yes, we see you, Sandy. We see your beautiful face.
Somebody's got one up there.
Is it possible to get a list of these verbs, please? Justin, did you receive anything that I emailed, or did you just come to the party late?
Better than me.
No, Justin?
Oh.
Justin, if I have your email, I will send you all the content from tonight. So if you haven't received an email from me, just put your email in the chat box and we'll get that taken care of, okay? Hopefully you can hear me. Is there anybody online that's ready to present their verbs? Otherwise, I'll take 2 more victims in person. Oh, Judah wants to do another one? Okay,
Yeah, I did sick.
okay. So go down the list, Judah, and tell us what they are.
So noga, which
Okay.
is noga, which is I'm sick, which I am.
Oh.
Goodak noge, which is you're sick. Wodak noge, which is he or she is sick.
Correct.
Nidak nogemen is we're sick, but without the person you're talking to. Goodak nogemen is we're sick with including the person you're talking to. Goodak noge Goodak nogem is you're sick.
You all.
You all are sick. Yes. Y'all are sick.
Y'all.
Uh,
Y'all. I would say.
and then Doc
Doc Nogay.
Doc Nogek is they are all sick.
Correct.
This one's actually a little irregular. So there's actually a couple places that actually changes a little bit there. On the third person, it's actually yak no get, and then yak no gak for the they form. And the reason it looks a little different to everybody is it takes a long form. That's why it's dak no ga in D, and then gadak no ga, and then yak no get. Yeah, so your third person one actually goes to YAKNOGE.
So
It's a little irregular in the third person and the they form.
okay. Cool.
The they form, it's yak no
So-
gak with a Y.
Okay. So
I'll write
it changes the D to a G.
You can write it right.
Yeah, so I'll write up in the board. I said, but
No, that wasn't on the list. It was pulled from the other.
give me 1 second, Judith, I'll have it up here.
So
Awesome.
everyone online, unfortunately, we do have what is called irregular verbs. And they do totally different things than the regular Maji pattern sometimes.
They're not a ton different, and there's actually a certain number of them that operate this way. The Maji pattern really covers probably 80% of the verbs that are that type. And then there's a few little irregular ones here and there where like an O will drop off and stuff like that. The ones that start with Y or W, they'll take a little bit of a long form and they change a little bit. So that's one of them. Yaknoga goes to Daknoga, Gedaknoga, Yaknoga, Daknogaman, Gedaknogaman, Gedaknogam, and then Yaknoga. So, but just don't worry about that. Don't stress over your regulars. It just pop. Occasionally you're gonna have a regular verb that pops in. Just focus on the Majis for now. It'll make more sense.
So I think I fixed it.
Did you see it up there? Did you see it up there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see it on the board. Okay.
Yeah.
Good job. Yes, that
Oh,
looks
let me
perfect.
look.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks good.
Do we have anybody else that wants to do a verb? No, nobody here. Deandra, did you do one? I did not. Okay, you can come do one.
Hello.
Yeah.
So this is I, you, he, she, we, but not you, we all, you all, and they. Okay. I'll do one too. Okay. How about I do this for you? And you just put the prefixes and endings. How many I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. I'll do these.
Okay. Here you go. You want to do. Well, we should go. Uh-huh.
I got it.
NGW. Oh, you skipped that one.
Oh, did I? Oh, sorry. Oh.
Yeah. And then I think we need another keyway, not English keyway. Okay, so if you online people can see, Deandra is doing giwe, that's the verb to go home. And Susan is doing wawijige, which is our verb to read.
Is that right?
Nagiwe, I go home. Gugiwe, you go home. Wagiwe, he or she goes home. Nagiwe men, we but not you go home. Gugiwe men, we all go home. Gugiwem, you all go home. And Giwek they all. Gadawigas, good job. Can't read my writing. You're doing fine.
Okay, that's good. Oh, M. And then.
The whiteboard doesn't show the words, it's just all white.
Yeah, she'll have to move away. Once she moves.
Yeah,
Once she
Oh.
steps back out of the thing,
Gotcha.
picking up her. Yeah, it does that.
No, well, which gay, go wow, which.
You should be able to see it in a minute. Once she moves, right now the camera's picking her up.
Correct.
So once she steps out of the, okay, let her, Suzanne, step out of the way for a second. There it goes. It should, there we go. Now they can see it.
Can you guys see it?
Now they can, yeah.
Okay. Okay, online people, do you have any questions about the Maji pattern or anything we talked about tonight?
Shelly, can I just make sure when we're talking about they, so it'd be the very last one.
Correct.
It's always a G prefix and a K suffix.
Okay, the very last one has nothing on the front.
Just a K. Okay, I'm sorry.
On the back.
Yep.
K suffix.
Yes. And it's for just this Maji pattern, the VAIs.
Gotcha.
This is where we've not even skimmed anything really with this. This is just the very beginning, so we've got a long way to go.
Gotcha. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Shelly, why is it called VAI?
That's nice you asked it. I didn't realize.
Okay, our VAIs, so that's animate and
Oh, wait,
transit
look at that.
support. Okay, so you have an animate person and they're not really transferring anything to another animate person. Remember, I don't know if you were here earlier, but I said, those are the verbs that basically what we do doesn't affect anybody else. So like I sit, I read, I write, I sleep, I leave. We have 4 different types of verbs that we use in Potawatomi, and I want to say that these are probably the simplest to me anyway. This is what we've spent a lot of time on. This is, I guess, I don't know, Justin could correct me if I'm wrong, but it's usually the start off point. You start off with the VAIs.
And everything kind of builds off of these too. Once you kind of get this pattern down, the other patterns actually, there are going to be a lot of similarities between them. And like you said, you can actually get around with just these type of verbs that say so much in life. But are you hungry? Are you eating? When are we going to eat? Just knowing this pattern. So it's really the foundation of these.
Brenda, did you hear Justin? Brenda?
Yes, I did. I just didn't know if the VAI actually stood for certain words because it didn't, I heard the explanation, but I was trying to tie it to something.
Okay, it's the animate intransitive.
So like Shelly was saying, it's basically an animate person or animate thing doing something. Living, and usually when we say animate in English, we're talking about like a living thing. Occasionally though in Potawatomi, there's objects that are considered animate, things that are spiritual. In fact, the whole world is kind of built on like animate and inanimate things. And that's something we'll kind of get into as we as she gets further in, I'm sure. So sorry.
No worries, Okay, Brenda, yes, we will be spending more time with the verbs, at least the VAI. We'll probably introduce what the other ones are, but we won't spend a lot of time with those. Miigwech, Brenda. Okay, so what I want to do now is call your attention for you online folks, all the information that I sent out via email. If you did not get anything from me, please post your email in the chat box and we will get that sent to you. I did send out a pre-test, which is actually a pre and a post test. So it's basically just testing your knowledge. It's not for a grade or anything. But at the end of the class, you will take that same test. And I think it's just a good tool to use for you to understand or see how far you've come, how much you've learned. But I also use it too to see if what I'm doing is working or not. So if you will fill out that post or pre-test for me and email that back to me. And then also, if there's new people on here that didn't get the information sent, please post your email address in the chat box, and I will get that stuff sent out to you tomorrow. At the end of the 6 weeks, I will also have you guys to do a evaluation on me. And this is just something that I will use to adjust my teaching strategies or my content, really just to improve my teaching skills and hopefully be a better teacher for you guys. So I will be having you do that at the end of the 6 weeks. Also, what I want to do, I want you to, if there's anything specifically, questions that you have for like the basic content, if you want to email me, I would be glad to visit with you. We're in the office 5 days a week, 8 to 5. We can have Zoom meetings or team meetings or just exchange emails back and forth. So if you will do that, if there's other questions you have about tonight's class, you know, feel free to email me that as well. Okay. If you will give me a second, I will be right back. I'm going to pass out some stuff to the online or to the people here. So give me just 1 second. Okay, how's everybody doing here? Everybody okay with what we've gone over tonight? Okay, so I'm going to pass out an index card to each of you, and if you guys will, if there's something specific that you are needing to learn from the language, please write it. If it's something that will be covered in this basic class, I will let you know. If it's something that is advanced beyond my knowledge, then I will ask Justin and we will let you know.
Yeah, because if you have things in your everyday life that you use all the time, it's great to be able to say them the way. It's like me, I always say whatever, Wegwood deck, and I also always say like maybe, to the point my wife's like, make a decision, maybe, yeah. And so get a bitch means maybe or perhaps, get a bitch. And so if there's certain things that you say all the time, you learn how to say them in the language, it just helps it. It's easier to remember. So, little catchphrase.
Okay, online people, did I send you a crossword puzzle?
Yep.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
I did send it.
They don't have a word list.
I don't have one.
I guess that's okay. Who is that? Patricia.
Yes.
Did I email you anything or you?
I did get something. Yes.
You did get something. There's not the crossword. Okay.
I also did not get the crossword.
Yeah, I didn't get the verb page or the crossword.
Okay, I will send the verb pages out to everyone for the VAI verb. I will send the crosswords out, but please do communicate with me via email.
I didn't get the crossword or the pre-test.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to test too.
You at home, can you see my screen? Can you see the chart that's up there now?
No.
No? Okay.
Yes.
You can?
I can see the whiteboard.
Okay. No.
Yeah, that might be looking at the wrong thing because I see the whiteboard too, but maybe that's not the chart.
Just the whiteboard.
Yeah, just the whiteboard.
I got a bunch of stuff. I can share with you just in a minute. I'm not gonna Okay. But- Okay, I'll save that for next time. That might be a little bit on my note.
And actually, since it is.
Well, I'm trying to write down that. On the card, nothing there.
It wouldn't make it.
Josie,
I know which one you want.
okay, did you guys receive an answer, not a, I mean, goal sentence the way I see student goal sentences, like online people? Animals.
I
Hello?
did. I received the goal sentences.
Okay, so those goal sentences are just that. Hopefully by the end of the 6 weeks, you will know those sentences, but we will also be doing other common phrases and things. So probably you should actually have a pretty good, decent vocabulary. And like Justin said, be able to communicate, with just the VAI verb. Let's see. So I sent you guys the pronoun charts. Did you get those? I sent you 2 different visual aids for pronoun charts. Did you receive those? Hello?
There are some pronoun charts in the first email. It looks like if you go all the way to the back, like down to the bottom, there's 7 different attachments.
Okay.
3 pronoun sheets.
Okay. Maybe they're just not seeing them.
They're just.
You have to scroll down quite a ways.
Okay. Okay, let me. So everybody's email is different, but there should be several attachments that I sent you. Including this. Are you guys seeing the pronoun chart?
Yeah.
Is it-
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. So this pronoun chart, for you visual learners, this helps to understand, who the players are. This was on the PowerPoint, individually with the difference in the knee, the wing, the Enon, Nedon, wing walk. But if you, and also I've got the prefixes over here to the right. So if you could spend some time just learning those prefixes, the order, we will definitely be spending more time with the pronouns. Let me see what's on the back of here. So just any little bit of notes that I could get you, I did. So you see what your singular pronouns are, your personal prefixes, your plural pronouns. I think that's it on that page. Okay, so it is my intent to do activities like we did tonight to where, so like if you could have a notebook or a little whiteboard, that would be handy. That would allow you to participate with the class. And I do apologize for the little bit of technical issues that we had. I really wanted the people here to be able to utilize the smart board because we all learn in different ways. Some of us are auditory learners. We can hear it. I know we've got Miss Marilyn here. You can tell her something and that woman has it. Some people need to see it. Some people need to feel it. So I try to use all of the above. The tactile writing on the board here. For me, I have to use all of the above to learn. Sometimes I can remember seeing something, whether it was a PowerPoint or just another type of visual aid, or remember it because I heard it. But most times for me, it's I remember writing it. So after I hear it, I see it, I will usually write notes. and then I will type them on my computer. I make all types of what I call cheat sheets and give myself every opportunity that I can to learn, because this Broadway walk meeting it's some hard stuff. It's good stuff. I'm like super excited to be learning it, and I want to say miigwech to Justin for being here tonight, helping me out. So if you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close the class a little early, but please communicate with me via email if there's anything that you need that you did not get. And also any specifics that you might be interested in with learning the language as well. And I say miigwech, 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 miigwech for your attendance and participation tonight. And I look forward to next Thursday. And you will always use this same link to log into this class.